Hey guys, another video, another day, another dollar, another lunch shift. That is the story of my life. In this video, I'm going to share my biggest pet peeve. I don't think I shared it, but let's just say that this pet peeve is the lowest standard that I need when I go into a restaurant. I need acknowledgement. So my biggest pet peeve is to be ignored. Who likes to be ignored when you go to a restaurant? Nobody. But I'm a customer, and I think this happened to me once where my friend and me, we went and we actually were ignored. We gave her drink orders, but we never got our server over and we never ordered food. And I don't know how long we waited. And it came to a time that we said, it's supposed to leave a couple bucks and then get out of here and go someplace else. And that's exactly what we did. So, actually, like a year later, I went back with my mom and had much better service. But I don't know why that happens. I don't know. My friend and I, we just thought like maybe it's because they thought that it was like two young girls that we weren't going to tip. I don't really know. I don't think that's a reason not to serve people. But whatever. Anyways, like I said, my biggest pet peeve is lack of acknowledgement, ignoring, condescension, lying, the entire shebang. But basically, it's just a lack of acknowledgement, ignoring. So when I go into a restaurant, if I'm ignored, if employees see me and they have opportunity to say something, and they do not, I leave. There are certain places that I will go, and they're fast food places, and usually they're really busy, and usually there's a lot of employees, and usually each of the employees has different responsibilities. And at these fast food joints, I don't always need like an acknowledgement. I know that they're working on the order, and actually I'll get the order pretty fast, and I usually give them like 3 minutes to give me the order, and they always come out. So I've never canceled one of those orders at these particular fast food restaurants, whereas in other fast food restaurants they usually fail and I will cancel as quick as possible. So, and when I choose to cancel, I cancel. I do not wait and dilly around because they've already ran out of their chance, especially when they do that to me. So I went into a fast casual restaurant today. This happened just, I don't know, a couple hours ago. And the hostess screamed at me like an exciting type, like a welcome, but it was, I have no idea what she said. Let's just say that it was at a decimal that made me jump and lose my breath. So I was like what just happened? And she did not even acknowledge her effect on me. She just kept talking. And the end of what she said was what I heard. And she said something about like meeting or like group. And I was like, I'm not here for that. I was like, I'm here for Uber for pickup. And then she told me to go to the to-go area. And on my way there, one of the servers just repeated what she said. I don't think it's positive, that interaction. I think it's condescending, and I think it's weird. But the whole time I'm like, thank you, because professionalism. So I go over to the to-go area. It's right next to the bar. And so I'm waiting for the to-go, and there's a customer waiting. And I never know if it's a customer or a driver on their phone. I have no idea, but I think it ended up being a customer. I'm not sure specifically, though. So I don't know. Maybe I waited a minute, and nobody showed up. So I asked the bartender. I flagged him down. And in these situations, I'm assertive. So I'm just like, excuse me, like, where's this person? So this bartender lied to me. and I knew it immediately. Because that is my second biggest pet peeve, is to be lied to. Do not lie to me or any other driver if you work at a restaurant and you're watching this. Just tell us the truth. Tell us you don't know. Tell us they're in the back and they're taking care of that man's order. That would have been much more honest and easier to figure out than what he told me. And he said, oh, he's in the back and he's getting together a lot of orders. What? He came out with one order for that man. This bartender is making his money from BSing people and making excuses, apparently, because he couldn't even just discern what was going on at the to-go area for a quick snippet to tell me where he is. I mean, I could have even guessed that, and I just walked in the door. So it tells me that people think I'm stupid. And I'm like I said, professionalism. So I'm like, thank you. Like a dummy. So I went back over to the to-go area. The guy eventually emerges with the one order. It would have made more sense if he had 5. But he came up with the one. He gave it to the guy. He didn't even say hi to me or really acknowledge me. I stood there like, am I invisible? He finally was like, yes, can I help you? But he did not look at me. He had his, he was sideways like this at the register. I don't know what he was doing at the register because the customer left and he had already paid, so I don't really know what he was doing. I think he was just looking busy. Another lie. I work in restaurants. I am a culinary major. I know what is going on in all of these restaurants, and that's why I just do not like it. I do not like it. No. So, so he's like, it's just going to be a few minutes. But the way, they say it, it's not a positive thing, and it's not, a reassuring, just a few minutes. It's just a few minutes. Get off my back. So it's just really off-putting. I just do not feel welcome, and so I want to get out of that restaurant as soon as possible. I'm going to tell you right now that my attitude was to cancel right then and there. I should have. Yeah. I was going to make my beeline to get out, and of course the bartender had to go over and serve drinks to someone, so I had to wait for him. But he didn't say excuse me. There's no sort of human interaction. It's just bumbling around like we're all in bumper cars. It's off-putting. It doesn't feel right. It feels unnecessary. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's unwelcoming. It's terrible. So that also was just making me lean more and more to cancel. So I went out to my car and I sat there, and the car was running the whole time. And I turned it off because I was like, I'm just going to wait, I guess. So I started my timer, and I was like, when it gets to 3 minutes, I'll just drive over to the back side of the building where the to-go area, so I don't have to go through everything anymore. And if it's not ready to go, I'm just going to cancel then. So I drive over. So after over 3 minutes, I drove over to the other side of the building. I went in. Nobody's there again. Nobody's there. And usually, at these places, they have, bells or, little doorbells that you can ring. That's not there. So I go in. Nobody's there. I'm watching this. It's already over 4 minutes. And I'm like, how long am I going to wait? So I was like, because I initially said if it's not ready to go, I was going to cancel. But I was like, I'm going to give them 5 minutes. So a couple minutes, more. So I walked out at 6:40 and I canceled it because I was like, I'm done waiting. I probably waited 10 minutes. I drove there, it took 4 minutes. This order was 1 salad. I don't know. On my way out to the car, before I got, the guy all of a sudden cares. And he's like, the order is ready to go. And I was like, I canceled it. I canceled it. even if I wanted to take it, which I felt really bad, I'm not going to lie, because I am human. So, of course, I feel bad about the situation. But at that point, I don't have the order anymore. I can no longer deliver it. So, they're just going to have to wait for another driver to show up. It was a complete waste of time. I would have preferred to have delivered it because I would have at least made some kind of money on it. And that's what happened. So that's just a little story time of what happened at today's terrible lunch shift. And let's cross my fingers and hope that when I go out, that it is a much better experience tonight, because Lord knows I need to make some money, and I need to be making more money than my average amount. And that was my average amount, and it wasn't good at all. Because like I said, I worked in this one area. And if you don't know what that really means, or you don't have particular areas that you like working or whatnot, my opinions will change about areas when I get more comfortable with them, or I know how to like work the area a little bit better. But when I go online, you just go online and you figure out, like, you start working in your neighborhoods, basically. These are neighborhoods, essentially. But in Dallas, they're like suburb names. So, like, they're little towns and stuff and things like that. So I work in these areas, and I figure out really fast if I like working here or not. And you figure that out in like 3 hours or more. And you're just kind of like, eh. And then maybe you go a few more times and you just figure out maybe this area is just probably not the best for me right now. And so you would just prefer to work in the other areas. So it's kind of hard because you can't pick what deliveries you get. And you can't always pick what trips come in on your app. But you can decline and you can cancel, So it's just really important to never pick up an order and then cancel it from there, which I've done once. And it puts your account on notice, and you can get deactivated to do that. Maybe I'm going to share that story, the one time that I canceled after I picked up an order, but it was like the stupidest thing ever, and that's why I canceled. But let me know if you agree with me. And if this is your biggest pet peeve, or if you have a different pet peeve, let me know in the comments down below. I would really like to know what bothers other drivers, because it allows me to get a better understanding of what we all experience and what I'm experiencing, because maybe I'm not noticing something, or maybe that can give me a different perspective of what's going on. But yeah, let me know. Good luck. I hope everybody out there is not dealing with what I'm dealing with, but I know other drivers in my market are. Good luck, everyone. I'll see you later.